You ready to manipulate some machinery, Joe Po? You ready
Excuse me?
You ready to engage every single cog? Huh?
Is this what are we talking about here?
You ready to pop the clutch and put it in full gear?
It's a full gear week.
Yeah, Tim and Joel, Call It in the Ring. Going to talk about wrestling. Happy full gear week.
That's right.
We're going to fill your ears with nonsense.
And full gears, right? We're going to pop your head off.
And if you put a single gear anywhere near my ears, I will fight you.
It has to be multiple gears.
No. Just no gears whatsoever. I would like my ears ungeared. Thank you very much, sir.
Well, if you want to join us and talk about full gear, how about you start by joining and tossing a thumbs up on the video? You got to comment. If you're watching us after the fact, you can give us your predictions for full gear. We're going to run down the card, probably give our own predictions as well. If you want to leave your predictions as well, if not in the video, then in our Discord, where we do it for every pay-per-view, we'll give you some confidence points. You can figure out who you want to vote for. There's a free link in the description to join our Discord and join the predictions that we're going to make. And also subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Why not, right? What do you got to lose? I mean, you got plenty to lose if you try hard, but you don't want to lose keeping track of us. Tim, it's been a busy couple of days. We were just here on Monday. We just did this.
Yeah.
Now there's more.
Yeah.
Did you watch Raw?
Yeah.
What'd you think of Raw?
It's fine.
It just kind of like someone said it was like 3 hours or 1 hour built into 3 stretched out. Would you agree with
some
it?
longer matches, some very much longer matches than I'm accustomed to with Raw lately.
There were. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what happened on Raw. I remember Seth Rollins coming out to open the show. I remember him wearing blue for some reason, even though he
had a blue trench coat / robe.
He invaded my mom's closet. Took her robe, took her pajamas, wore it to the ring, and did what? Called out Kevin Owens, said, we're in an alliance.
Yeah, I don't know. He's nothing. Like, you're a lie guy, Kevin Owens, and that kicked off Kevin Owens like a kicked puppy wandering backstage, being like, "Do you trust me? Do you trust me though? I trust me." But yeah.
You still like me, right? You right? Still like me.
Goes to Dom and Rey Mysterio and begs for their trust and forgiveness, appreciation. I don't know. It was weird.
I do like that he goes to literally everyone that he wronged, and he's just like, "But you like me, right?" And, first you've got Biggie, who's just like, "I'm rubbing cocoa butter on myself. You think
Which he just left? He left it open there and just walked away. I was like, "Oh, I guess company provided." I don't know.
It was a very interesting opening to Raw. We all kind of saw where it was going, but either way, Riddle, Randy Orton also did a backstage thing, and Randy just talked shit for 5 minutes, and then Randy does the whole, "They're right behind you."
And then to which we, pan to the Street Profits, who are just looking stern. And then about 5 seconds later, we get the Street Profits in a little title card.
You noticed that?
I was like, somebody screwed this up. That was weird. Like, what an unnecessary title card. And it was late. Like,
I love how Randy just doubles down right away. And he's like, "I meant it." Street Profits are like, "All right, then." And that's that. And then we do an 8-man tag. And you know what? The 8-man tag is fine. Like you said, it was long. Like it went 20 plus minutes.
It's a lot of Ziggler and Rude in there.
I don't know. Listen, we're going back to AJ. AJ, by the way, who's back from his
back
2 week
done with the Mai Tais, the 2 week vacation.
I don't know if it was a vacation, but for 2 weeks, if you're not on the show, I got questions as to where you might be. But he's back. Him and Omos are in an 8-man tag with the Dirty Dwogs, as they say. The Dirty Dwogs. And yes, it's going to be AJ and Omos again, eventually, versus the tag champions, RK Bro. Can we not do this? But here we are. We're going to do it, I guess, eventually, probably at day 1 or on a random Raw. Either way, the finish was weird. I don't really like, what was it? Like Ziggler hits the zigzag or something like that. And
I'm
trying to remember.
Was it? Oh no, I don't know who hit their finish.
Oh, that was a phenomenal forearm, and then Ziggler steals
the greatest finisher in all time.
But what's really frustrating is that there were things I liked about Raw, by the way. I'm getting this off my chest now. The whole like Riddle just kind of lay in the ring for a good solid minute just to get pinned and doesn't kick out. Like he's out cold, and they just made him look like a bitch.
Yeah,
Wasn't a big fan of that.
the phenomenal forearm, which again I've never liked. I've never thought that move was cool. Any forearm is not impressive to me, but whatever.
What if he's got really like? What if he pads his forearms with like
Just
lead?
a very violent elbow would be better, but I mean they're not going to do that because there's risk there.
I guess that's fair. Yeah. So Wriggler Zoot.
Wriggler.
So I got nothing anymore. They win 22 minutes. It's in, then it's
22 minutes. Oh my god.
What else happened on the show? It's more KO. The through line here is that KO is asking for forgiveness. And again, you go back to Ray and Dominic, and I love how Ray's like, we're a little busy here, bud.
It's like Adam Pearce has some bullshit he wants to talk about, so we gotta go do this.
I loved it when I heard that they were gonna do Adam Pearce talks about Survivor Series. I'm like, oh, they're gonna remove someone from this match or put them in a match to remove them somehow. And all of a sudden he comes out and he's just like, everyone on this team is a former WWE champion except for you,
Dom, your father's horse.
And I'm sitting there, your father's horse. And I'm like, oh, they're just gonna replace him, that poor son of a bitch.
Good, but you know belong there. We put a sticker over his face in the last thumbnail.
Maybe we saw it coming. Who knows? Maybe because Madcap Moss is going to be the cheerleader for Team SmackDown. They figured Team Raw needed a SmackDown or needed a cheerleader. So that's Dominic Mysterio. So Dom and Madcap are going to have their shtick. And out comes Bobby Lashley. I'm a big fan
of the new, very correct move.
The new Bobby Lashley gimmick is that he beats up the children.
He's
of
the
WWE
sun squeezer.
Legends.
It's Bob's sun squeezer Lashley.
Sun killer Bobby Lashley. And I'm not talking about the bright thing in the sky.
Yeah.
Comes out and he beats the shit out of Dominic Mysterio. And he's in the match for Survivor Series. Big fan of that. I'll enjoy that one. It was good.
Yeah, good call. Weird. All of the Adam Pearce setup was weird. I feel like we could have done a different thing to get us here.
Well, especially because he's on both shows. Him and Sonya are on both shows.
All we needed was like a little backstager of Lashley or MVP actually going to Adam Pearce and being like, what the hell? Why did you put Dom? Were you just not there? And then we get here. But no, instead, Adam Pearce has a personal affection for Raw, I guess, even though he manages both shows, and this is a pointless endeavor.
Speaking of pointless, Chad Gable and Big E have a match.
I appreciate the fresh matchup. Let's not fault them for putting something that's and holy shit, Chad Gable came out looking great.
But again, this is the second week in a row where Chad Gable comes out, looks great, takes an L.
Well, I mean, he's under 6 feet tall, so he's not allowed.
How many times can you do that though, and still make him look good or still make him look presentable?
I mean, I don't know. His new character is that he's a douchebag, over proud of his Full Sail University degree. So
perfect 4.0 GPA, Tim.
Is Full Sail a good university? I've never heard it. They're not Ivy League, obviously.
Anyway, so they have the match. Well, you know what Full Sail was? Full Sail was where they were taping NXT before they moved to the PC for COVID.
Which, you know, any university that allows WWE to use their facilities.
No, hold on. Well, I will say this about Full Sail. They have an excellent media arts program, and they have a lot of they have a lot of people come out of that in sports business and sports media, things like that. So
seems
they are reputable
college things, but that anyway.
Yeah, it is. But
yeah.
Hey, I know at least 2 people who have attended and graduated from Full Sail, and they're doing okay. They're doing stuff in their field, so that works.
Hey, that's pretty damn good as far as education goes.
Yeah, I mean, I went to school for radio and television production, and I am the closest thing of me working in my field right now is us doing this and the stuff that I do with Fightful. So there you go. Yeah, they just have bad security. They're great school, terrible security.
I mean, that seems fine. I don't know. Here we don't need so very much security in our schools.
That's true. It's a very different world up here. So they did the match. Match was fine. Again, I asked if Chad Gable is going to continue to lose and look good. It's got to build to something, right?
It won't. It will not. Well, he is a tool for Vince McMahon to whoop on.
Now, Owens, we forgot the one person that Kevin Owens, the most important person that Kevin Owens approached backstage, R-Truth.
Yeah.
And our truth, after hearing all the opinions and all the things about Kevin Owens, he says, I believe you. I also believe in Bigfoot. I also believe in the Loch Ness Monster and that there are monsters under the bed. He believes the earth is flat, Tim.
Yeah, got that one.
But is round in parts and places. And he walks away and sure. I'm sure that was actually slated for Riddle, but they're like, no, we can't do that with
it
Riddle.
seemed like a Riddle bit. Like the entire conversation.
Very much.
I was like, oh, that's some repurposed dialogue.
I love Maggie in our chat being like, I didn't have security in my school. They had me.
Damn right. Those kids were stuck in there with you.
That's right. Shout out to Eddie Kingston, by the way. I don't know if you read the Players Tribune article yet, but he had written something. He wrote something very, very cool. It got a lot of praise yesterday on socials. Players Tribune article about Eddie Kingston and his journey to AEW. But hearing that I didn't have security in my schools, they had me, reminds me of like one of the first stories he tells, and that's all the scraps that he got into in school. Cool article. Go check it out. Anyway, back to Raw. We get to the women in the back, and for some reason,
all 8 of them, all eight of the entire women's roster, the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. Like, well, definitely not the most pathetic thing I've ever seen, but very pathetic. 8 women on the entire roster, and they couldn't just make it an 8-woman match. Like, just the stupidest thing. So bad. Can't believe they put that on TV.
It didn't make sense. It rarely does. Nikki Ash being like, I've been overlooked. And then Rhea should have been like, fine, take my place. But instead, she was like, I'm sticking up for my partner. I don't know. I didn't really care much for it. It was fine.
Yeah, except for the 2 women who are on the roster but not available, apparently. I don't know.
No Tamina, no Tegan.
What an awful thing to put on TV. So dumb looking. And now Dewdrop with the heel turn. The one named Dewdrop is
so again. It just goes to show that you can have a face character that they have absolutely no idea how to deal with. They don't know how to get them over. What does Vince do? Gives her the dance first, the little dance, the dewdrop dance, and that doesn't go over. Well, it does, and then it's not over enough. So what does he do?
They made a shirt with the dance.
Yeah, that's right. And he's like, turn her heel instead. She can beat up Bianca Belair. Dumb. That's the only way they do it. They get people over by making them heels, and even then, it's not whatever.
Maud Dan with the Smackdown only had 6 women. To me, I just hate how thin all of these divisions are. It doesn't work for me. I don't think they can do any creative that's going to make me really care about it. It's silly to pretend that this is even close to like a sporting thing, and there's 6 competitors or 8 competitors. Like,
it's true.
Beef up your damn roster. Like I'm Attitude Era had so many bloody wrestlers, and they found something for a lot of them to do. Like,
yeah, I think that's the one thing that when people praise the Attitude Era, I think that is the one thing that people need to focus on, and it's the fact that the undercard had something going on. And it wasn't always good. I don't care if it was good or bad, but there was depth to the roster. There was something being used. And like we said on Monday when we talked about the releases, there is a lack of depth because of the way that they continue to not just fire people, but treat them in general. There's no room for depth in the brain of the 3 people in the brain trust.
Like, it's weird to me that we're just like, and it's all the divisions. Like, I think all of the divisions feel thin to me. I just don't understand how that's even possible. Like, when they have such a deep roster that they could be using.
And again, we do this every week where someone's like, where is this person? Where is that person? Again, no Tamina, no Tegan. On SmackDown, there was no Natty. There's been no Tony Storm. Xia Li is here. Aaliyah suddenly is finally being shown up because they have, I don't know, Mia Yim was sitting around for so long. Like, again, it just goes to show a whole lot of talk and a whole lot of nothing out of that talk. Yeah. So, yeah. So they do the Fatal 5-Way match a little bit later in the show, but first we have the 24/7 title match. I liked this. I was entertained by this.
Yeah,
it was silly.
It's fine. Like the Byron and Corey thing was, it was funny.
It was fine.
I just hate this title. It just looks so bad, and it's just like, all right.
It's been the roll-up title forever, and everyone knows it, and everyone just says, okay, fine. But as long as they find different ways to not make it the roll-up title every time it appears on screen, then you do something like this once in a blue moon, and it's actually entertaining.
I feel bad. Drake Maverick coming out to the music like with Killian Dane, the best thing he's ever had going, and it's just like, oh god,
felt so bad for him. I hope he gets some new music very soon, or
Like,
just
that's
sticks with
so like it does
it's just
not
bad.
fit the character they've been using him for the last like few weeks. Like, what
No,
the-
give him some sort of like weird, I don't know, James Bond type
yeah,
of
yeah,
thing,
yeah, like a anyway.
like
Woof,
an awful
woof.
James Bond. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Uh, Disco Ball Becky Lynch comes out and she looks great.
Yeah.
And she comes and she talks about, she just basically talks shit about everyone. But I do like, again, going back to 24/7, she congratulates Graves and is just like, you were
Exactly. Like I
robbed.
thought, yeah, it was well that transitioned well. It was put together well. It made that not too long segment worth it. So
Yeah. And of course, Dewdrop and Bianca backstage before the match starts. And she's like, you don't deserve title opportunities, which is true.
very
Again,
correct. So correct. Like
she's not
again, I
lying.
they keep turning people heel, quote unquote, and it's like, no, she's right. Like,
Yeah, it's the shades of gray bull again. So the match happens: Bianca Belair, Carmella, Zelina, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, and I said it on socials hours before the show. This is a convoluted way to give Liv Morgan #1
a
contendership
roll up
when
then.
with a crucifix roll up pin. Which again, I even said that I'm like, this is all just leading to Liv Morgan pinning Carmella. That's all this is. And it's exactly what they did. Again, match was great. They continue to do this where the match is so good and then the finish is just dog shit.
Yeah, just that's been the note of the last 2 weeks, just everything ending that way. I also noticed like they did prepackaged stuff for like every single woman in this match. They really smeared this segment out, like they stretched it as long as they could.
Yeah.
And everyone in it is shown either speaking or doing some badass move, except Liv Morgan's is a poorly executed crossbody. And it's like, this is the person you're trying to elevate. I'm sure she's done something better. You have tons and tons of footage. Why did you pull this clip as her one like
I don't know. It's got to be a rib on somebody, and it's not a funny rib. It's not a good rib. It's not. I didn't even notice that. But if
yeah, it was like everyone else was just like Carmella did like a crazy like it was like her weird X Factor body slam.
yeah,
And like Liv does a bad crossbody, and it's their like hype up package for each one of the women.
that's weird because she does a really good like one of her finishes where she does the come up basically, or
Yeah.
the oblivion she calls it, where she goes up onto the second rope and then does the flatliner, and it's good. It's effective.
Yeah, I don't even know how that gets put in. Like whoever's producing that is weird.
It's very weird.
Like that's a rib on lip. I
Uh,
think they're just screwing with her because, like, she's getting pushed here to go lose to Becky. There's no way in hell she's taking that title. Like, what is this?
that's it.
This poor
That's all
lady.
they're doing. It's the Cesaro thing. Vince pushing someone because people want to, but they're not going to win. They just put him back in the mid card. And again, and so Maggie earlier had asked, why does Cesaro lose? We've been talking about this for almost a year on this show. They're like, they don't care about Cesaro outside of his potential.
Yeah.
They see his ceiling as once in a while he gets heated up, goes for a major title, loses, and then he's back down to the basement.
Yep,
They've
they
never
just
seen him
clocked
as
him.
more than
Like
that.
they figured who he was, and they refused to conceive him any other way.
And you know what? He may be happy with that, and that's fine.
Getting paid,
Exactly. Well, that's exactly it. So,
not getting hurt, not working that much.
listen, not getting hurt. That's what you want. You still get paid
Yeah.
that way.
Exactly.
Anyway, main event: Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens. Yeah, it goes long. It's 20 plus minutes again. Good match. Bored crowd.
Yeah.
I don't know what was going on with that crowd. They did not give a damn about anything. Maybe because there are no stakes, Tim.
Yeah, maybe because nothing matters like at all.
Before we start the match, Austin Theory comes out and goes to take a selfie with Big E, and Big E swats the phone out of his face.
Good.
I liked it. Build a little something. Give me a little something.
Big E's
Austin
doing
Theory,
a great job. Like I love Big E as champ here. He's
exactly.
killing it.
Give me an Austin Theory squashed match, and then he just gets his mean streak out of that and goes beats up other people. It's fine by me.
Yep.
That's all it is. Match happens. Rollins wins with the count out, which is not really a win.
No, well, like because KO and Big E do the like, and then
Yeah, they
KO
get all
loses.
confused.
Yeah.
And then Big E gets the shit beat out of him by KO.
In the most telegraphed heel turn ever. Like
It's
all of
true.
this lead up was like, yeah, oh, they're turning KO tonight. Like all of the, do you like me? It's like, I know, everyone knows where this is going. Like,
I thought they'd push it one more week. That's just
yeah, it happened a little bit sooner, but that's, we're 2 weeks away from Survivor Series, and they're probably going to focus on the stupid champion versus champion matches.
and the can they coexist?
Mm-hmm.
My favorite.
How can you not? How can you not? Just don't.
No, it's not dumb, Tim. Leaving a thumbs up on this video.
That's pretty smart.
That's right. Go ahead, do it. Anyway, NXT last night was a little bit better, I think. I enjoyed the show. There was stuff that mattered. Toxic Attraction is very clearly the act that they want to push.
Jeez.
For the second week in a row. They are front row center on the first show, the first image of the night. They're at the crossover.
Very long
everywhere.
segment for NXT too. This was not breakneck pace. Like,
no,
lingered in the camera stuff. Like, it's just,
well, they were lingering on certain things, tell you that much.
Well, out of focus for most of it. they kept doing the focus pull. Like, it's like, yeah, you're cool. You're real cool guy.
Knowing how many people have held that women's tag title, would you be licking yours like Gigi Dolan does?
Yeah, no, that's not wise.
Chat, are you into that? What are we doing here? Chat, would you be licking your championship title if you were given one? By the way, shout out to Mod Dan for my segues. I would love to get some sponsors. We need you to subscribe to the channel and get us out there for us to get some sponsors. Io Shirai, Carter and Catanzaro now coming out through the crowd, by the way, which
like that. Nice touch. Better
not
for
bad.
their characters. Yeah, I think
TikTok
that makes sense.
superstars.
Exactly. So I thought that was good. I was like, oh yeah, nice. Io Shirai's entrance looking very tight too. Yeah, whatever. Wasteful garbage.
I mean, Io's been doing the same entrance forever. She looks great.
I know, but she's just so good at it. She needs to not be on NXT anymore.
I agree, but you know what? In this match, she was perfect because she led the other 5 women through it. Mandy Rose is the second most tenured performer.
Look good in this too. Great spine buster.
Yeah. There was a lot of good in this match. I think it was a very solid match. It was long for NXT standards. It was over 10 minutes, which for NXT TV, that's a thing. And it worked. You wouldn't lick anything in your own home, says Mod Mike. All right. Well, I mean, I would probably anyway. Yeah, good match. It was fine, and it was what it was. And then out comes Kaylee Ray, Rage Room enthusiast Kaylee Ray. Very big fan of that. We'll talk about the MSK stuff in a second because I think it was hilarious.
Yeah,
but Sarray and Kaylee Ray then have a match, and again, I like that they're opening up with 2 women's matches, and it's good. Kaylee Ray wins. It's a good back and forth
contrast to their main card.
Yeah, exactly. Sarray, I feel so bad for Sarray. She's a talent that was stuck in the crossover period, signed just before everything with NXT changed. And I would be frustrated.
Yeah, there's a lot to be frustrated with in WWE if you're Japanese.
Yes. If you're from any outside of the North Americas.
Yeah, if you have an accent, you're kind of screwed.
if you need a visa, you're kind of screwed, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I hope that they find something to do with Sarray. They're transferring the Ember Moon NXT character over to Sarray because she had posted afterwards on social that she can't win. Something's got to change.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I assume
that's not a good sign. That's a good way to. It's the foretelling of a doom prophecy.
I guess we'll find out soon enough. But Kaylee Ray gets the win. Rage Room enthusiast Kaylee Ray is back. She's eyeing the women's championship, which I am all for. Let's go with that.
Sorry, if you have an accent that doesn't coincide with the McMahon heritage.
Yes, that's a very good
you're
point.
Screwed. But if it otherwise you're fine.
Yeah. MSK. So they walk out of there. First of all, MSK and Grizzled Young Veterans have proven to me one thing. They are not paid enough in NXT.
No, they're so good, and they know that, so they keep finding ways to put them on TV. But other than wrestle,
think about it. Grizzled Young Veterans had to steal to get their food.
Yeah, doesn't make sense. They
couldn't
wear nice
buy their
clothes
own
too. I don't know. Maybe their priorities are just all screwed up.
MSK, they don't have a car. They can't walk their way 420 miles away to wherever they need to go next.
The amount of just like weirdly poorly hidden weed references is just like,
Yeah,
okay.
they've been walking for a week. They're gonna walk for one more. They can't hitch a ride.
Yeah, I guess they're gonna fly. So they got flying money.
Yes. Now they're gonna fly. Very subtle.
Join the Mile High Club.
It's a bunch of rascals with the hard Z.
What do they call weed? Supplies?
Yes, they call them supplies. They made another reference that I laughed uncontrollably at.
Yeah, Impact actually had them smoke weed because Impact isn't dumb.
Yeah, exactly. With the adult product. Anyway.
Yeah, again, this is not, shouldn't have children watching, whatever.
I had a promo backstage with Mackenzie, and I told Harlan Forward Roll to reach out to me.
You did.
That was weird.
I might weird shit.
I might release the Joel Gacy t-shirt.
You absolutely should. Screw them. I don't even think we're in no position to be caught up on anyone's radar. Let's just take the money and run.
It's true. Let's do it.
That's good merch. That's 100% good merch. You want to order that shirt? Let's make it happen.
Let's talk about Boa. Let's talk about Sting.
You mean
Sting
spicy mime Boa?
All right. Get it. They have a match. Joe Gacy technically wins because the lights start flickering and the music starts pumping and we're in a trance and Boa chokes out Joe Gacy.
The hell out of Joe Gacy. Who's into it?
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say Joe Gacy's super into it. Can't blame him. And then Boa is like, I am Tien Sha now. What are we doing?
I don't know. Bo is screwed. Again, he has an accent. Screwed.
Oh, that poor bastard. I see a lot of people on socials are just like, they gave him the Bray Wyatt thing. That's disrespectful.
No, they definitely did not. This is not that, you boob.
It's not that. It's not Karrion Kross. Red lights and flashing whatever. And it's not Finn Balor.
This is nothing. This is nothing is what they gave him.
It's nothing. Demon Boa. It ain't that either, pal.
No, it's just nothing. It's just, I don't know. Go be a spooky mime.
It's their spooky season and it makes no sense. What do you think of Jacket Time?
See previous mention about being Japanese in WWE.
You see, Tim, it's a double entendre. Okay.
Yeah, jacking it. Yeah.
You see, Ikemen Jiro wears a jacket, so he does that. And then Kushida, he's a time splitter, so time, and he wears a watch because it's time. And then together they are jacket time. But also it's when you jacket at your time because masturbation.
Yeah, because that's what the writers' room is doing collectively when they came up with this. This smacks of like, I feel like the NXT, the entire WWE writers' room just shows up late, eats some donuts, drinks some coffee, shoots the shit. Maybe gets to work around 1 p.m. Picks the first ideas that they're like that are passable, and then clocks out at 4 p.m. That's what this feels like. And then Vince McMahon just puts whatever the hell he wants on there.
All right, that's fine. I mean,
jacket time just seems like they're sitting in a circle, and they're just like, I don't know, what do we have to put Kushida and the jacket guy together because they're Japanese. What do we do? Okay, so he's got a jacket. Kushida's time splitter. You can see the machinations of this are just on a whiteboard somewhere, and they're like, oh, okay, yeah, just merge them. Cool.
Sounds about right. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. They have a match. Creed Brothers win.
Creed Brothers look good in this.
They do, and so did Ozzy Jones, who came out afterwards because he wants that 305 Live title.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him. I hope they give it to him.
Doesn't make much sense, but he's spoiling for a fight.
I'm very excited for when they announce that the Cruiserweight Championship is no longer about weight limits. It's about no limits.
It's about zoomies. It's about wrestler zoomies.
That's right. And Odyssey Jones comes in, and the Impact Twitter page puts every single X Division match they've ever had, and they say we've always been about no limits. So that's what we're probably going to see. Creed Brothers go over. That's the match. Ain't much else to talk about, but let's talk about Solo Sikoa. Nuso, as you call them, Jimmy and or Jay, as I call them, and they take on Grayson Waller. And
So he's
LA
from the
Knight.
streets, but an island.
Yes, there are streets on islands.
Yep, makes sense.
Islands have streets. I have been to
Islands do have
Hawaii.
streets.
There are streets on the island of Hawaii. Toronto Island, there are streets there as well.
Not good ones.
Yeah, but they still exist. Those streets can be beat up, but they exist. He's not wrong. He's very factual.
True.
Solo Uso. It's another
Soluso.
name. Soluso.
Small
he's
oos.
Solos.
Small oos. Because we got big oos, we got medium ooses, and then we got small oos.
So for some reason, we end up making this a triple threat. It's going to be Solo Scatura. I keep wanting to use the Beatles song. Solo Scatura, Grayson Waller, and LA Knight. Yeah. Long Island also has roads. They make a triple threat, and for some reason, we're going to do it. I thought he was going to smash him and stack him because I've seen a Samoan big man already do that to two white guys this year. I thought we were going to see it again, but we didn't. Instead, well, the match happened. Who won? I mean, Solo wins.
Solo won, yeah.
And he pins LA Knight because I don't know what he's doing.
Doomed to irrelevancy because he's over. Well, what's the age? 25.
Oh, he is every bit of 40 plus you can get.
Exactly. Like God, he is in the twilight, man. All right.
And I said the same thing, by the way, as Mod Dan, and that's Waller and Knight are going to be a makeshift tag team. It's going to happen. They're going to be best pals.
Wish LA Knight would go to Impact. I think he'd be good there.
I feel like I may have seen him there before.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Dummy, yeah.
Better than
anyway.
No,
don't put him there. Toxic Attraction again backstage as we cross over to hour 2. Like I said, they are being put in those crossover segments and those opening segments because they do their thing. And Raquel Gonzalez rides up.
They drive a Range Rover, yeah.
And Raquel has the worst possible motorcycle that you can if you're trying to be badass.
Not great. No, there's worse touring bikes that are much. The worst possible quote unquote kind of sort of motorcycle would be a Can-Am.
Buddy, it has like a touchpad satcom on it.
I know, it's not good. It
wasn't. In what world is that badass?
And I was like, this isn't badass. You look like a dork.
Ridiculous. She says, keep my title warm for me. And then out comes Joker Dakota Kai. Whoever keeps telling wrestlers that every part of your character needs a Joker moment needs to stop.
Yeah, the twitching was really annoying. I was like, what? Where's this from? What happened to you? You've been like, what? Huh?
Now it's a joke because like they can't have Twitch, but they can certainly Twitch themselves.
Good bit. Yeah, don't care for that. I don't know. Her hair's messed up. He's like, what happened to you? Seriously. What the hell? Cora Jade comes out. That's more.
And I like that Gonzalez is playing like mom to Cora Jade. And it's like, I get it. You want a piece of her, but she's mine first. And Jade just like, yeah, whatever the fuck.
Handshake? No. Or fist bump? No.
Fist bump. Let's go. Joker Sting was the only good Joker character to ever come out of wrestling. Like, I don't care what you say. Anyway, Joker Dakota Kai needs to stop. Andre Chase University, and he goes apeshit again. He throws a desk, which I've seen in my real life, by the way. And,
yeah, me too, actually.
Yeah,
it's hard being a teacher,
dude. Respect teachers and get them paid well because man, they go through a lot.
My God,
poor Andre Chase. Cameron Grimes, Roof Fang takes an L because he's
I
new.
didn't know his name. I heard them refer to him as Fang, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, he's been on 205 and he's had a match.
Yeah.
Anyway, quick move. Cave-In wins, and then out comes Duke Hudson because Duke Hudson wants to challenge Cameron Grimes.
Duke Hudson.
Yeah, Duke Hudson. He wants to challenge him to a poker showdown.
So is that heads up poker, which is like the worst thing to watch and be a part of?
I couldn't tell you. I mean, listen, all I wanted Duke Hudson to do was be like, or Cameron Grimes to just be like, I'm all in. Oh shit, no, I'm not. And then have Duke Hudson be like, and this time it's double or nothing. Oh shit, we can't do that either.
Yeah, no.
Clean you out in a casino battle royal. Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, whatever. I like Cameron Grimes. Is he over 25? He's over 25, right?
He's actually younger than you think. I think he's 20. He's 28, but he's
Still
young.
hope for him yet. All right, maybe
Yeah.
they'll get. Oh, he's under 6 feet though.
Oh, it's fine. He's got the look. He's got the hair.
He does have
They'll
the
make
look.
him cut his hair and become a manager. You know.
Oh my god.
It's all about the grime. So grimy.
He's gonna join that pair who have barbecues and wear flannel. He'll be their manager.
They were nowhere to be found this week.
No,
thankfully.
not this week. I think they've given up.
Grimes Hudson
Such
next
fickle
week.
attitudes.
I think so. What are they going to do? Are they going to play poker in the middle? Like that is riveting content
Again, and if
that's
it's
what they're
2-player poker, it sucks. Like that, the end of the game is the worst.
Who just found out about PokerStars.net and was like, "This is huge. We should use it." Like Shawn Michaels, does Shawn Michaels have some sort of like sudden infatuation with poker? Does he have a gambling debt? Is that what we're doing?
See, I don't know. In my experience, people who become like born again ultra Christians usually just swap out one addiction for the other. Some of the time, it's a gambling addiction.
That's a very good point because he's not drinking. You get a giant fish delivered to you, and your reaction is, "I'm going to cook it."
And have a match, apparently.
Yes. Tony D'Angelo. Hey, Tony D comes back, and he gives him the fish.
The fish.
And I want your husband, Tony D and Dexter Lumis next week.
Why?
I don't know. They should put the fish.
Did I miss something?
They should put the fish on a pole.
Yeah. I hope the fish plays into it and someone gets slapped with a fish.
Why not? They're in the UK this week, so Ciampa and Breaker cut promos, and we're leading to that. I like this. Erica Yan, Elektra Lopez. They come out. First of all, as much as we stand Tasmo, where the hell is my leader? He's
Released.
on vacation, apparently.
Has it been 2 weeks? This was week 2, right?
This is week 2, but he's been posting photos of him being with his family, so we'll see.
Okay.
Lopez wins quickly. Erica Yan is new, and out comes Zion Quinn because Elektra Lopez is thirsting hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I went to her Instagram, and the last photo is her and her husband.
It's mostly that. She really loves her. Good for her. And she's like, "Hey, come and join me in Legato." And he's like, "I can't get down with that." And she's like, "I'll beat your ass." And then the two guys get their asses beat, and then they do the sexual tension dance.
Yeah.
Spin me. And then we're done.
Break apart. Gaze into each other's eyes.
And then what do you do after a very passionate moment like that, Tim? What do you think you would normally do?
Hit the showers.
That's right. Instead, they announced WarGames for December 5th.
So I guess takeovers aren't dead. We're doing this, but now they've taken on the WWE model where we're randomly using a match where nothing makes sense and no one's involved and there's no reason to have this match. There are no stakes. It's just, let's bust the props out, dust them off. There aren't even 5-person teams that make sense right now. Like, it's gonna suck.
I mean, Takeover WarGames already existed. That was already that was a thing.
Oh, I know,
years,
but
right?
they usually popped up when it was needed for something.
No, it was always the same time of year. It was always always the same time of year.
I'm mistaken.
Yeah, that's fine. And so actually, this is a good shout. Tony D'Angelo calling out the old guard because I think what we're gonna see is 1.0, 2.0 in WarGames.
You're right. That's exactly what it's going to be.
Exactly.
And then they'll fire all of the old guys.
Yeah, the loser leaves NXT, hopefully for a better job.
Yeah.
There you go. And all the 2.0 guys actually.
Who's getting fired? We got Ciampa. We got
Ciampa, Dunn.
LA Knight, Pete Dunne.
LA Knight, Pete Dunne. Oh no, we got Dunn. So that's 3. Is Cameron Grimes in there?
I don't know. He's on the cusp. I think he might be there. It's nerve-wracking.
I don't know. And then we got to do a fit. Who's the 5th?
Who's the 5th? I don't. Gargano.
Oh, Gargano. Absolutely. Well, then it would have to be Gargano and Loomis.
Okay, well, let's take Cameron Grimes out. Spare him.
Yeah, so Gargano, Loomis.
Oh, Kyle O'Reilly. Shit.
No, I won't put O'Reilly in there.
No,
O'Reilly
he's paired with a young boy now.
And plus, if it's true that it's over at the end of this month for him, then I don't think we'll have to worry about Kyle O'Reilly.
That doesn't take us to December 5th. You're right.
Yeah. So Dunn, Ciampa, Gargano, Loomis, and who was the 5th? LA Knight?
LA Knight.
Okay. I'll use LA Knight. Yeah. And then on the other side, who's it going to be? Braun Breaker, Tony D, Grayson Waller,
Odyssey Jones?
No,
it's all
because
heels. It's got to be all
you would put the
heels.
diamond. It's got to be the diamond mine. You would have to put the Creed brothers in there, but you can't.
Yawn. Yeah, I don't know.
So
This sucks.
we got 3. We're gonna have to find 2 more. We're gonna find out.
Oh,
Anyway.
you got Carmelo. He's
Oh,
nice.
absolutely, Mellow.
Yeah,
Yes, and
there you go.
Trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. We just did it.
Boom.
Keep that for later, friends. Somebody clip that and put that out later. That's going to be the 5-on-5.
Sigh.
Solo, I don't think Solo Sikoa is going to be
No,
one.
he's solo. He stands on his own.
He's doing his own thing. Yeah. So speaking of Kyle O'Reilly, he's just like, oh, I could be a singles or I could be a tag team. And then all of a sudden Imperium
But I'm a
shows
tag
up.
team.
And Von Wagner's like, hey, we got a problem here. And Kyle O'Reilly's like, yeah, I guess we got a problem here.
Yeah.
I assume Wagner and O'Reilly versus Imperium is going to be Imperium's first big match, and they win, and there you go. That'll be O'Reilly's, and then maybe O'Reilly turns on. I don't friggin' know.
Swan song. Goodbye.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. Diamond Mine versus Imperium and WarGames. Roddy may be 1.0, but he's 2.0 now. I think they're gonna shift it anyway. Dunn and Hayes, they have a one-on-one match. Dunn gets the win. Good match. That was that.
Very good match, actually. Really loved it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, next week it's Jacket Time and Odyssey Jones against Roderick Strong and the Creed brothers. So there you go. 2.0 and 2.0. It's happening. Yeah. Okay, fine. So match was good. I have problems with NXT main events lately. I get into them, but I don't really get into them that much.
Whole show's kind of like that for me.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. It is what it is. I don't know. I enjoyed most of it. Yeah, there you go. Could do without the distraction finish from Gargano and from Dexter.
Yeah, which I'm okay. So I guess they're feuding too. It's Gargano and Mello. So we got Dexter's doing double duty.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the way it is for now. They gotta have Dexter in there somewhere. I think that's it for that show.
That's it.
That's it. Okay, let's you know what? We'll preview Dynamite for tonight, and then we'll wrap up with AEW predictions for Full Gear and run down that card. Dynamite tonight, we have my favorites. Tim, they're doing a contract signing.
Yeah. Okay.
Kenny Omega and Adam Page.
Yeah, I don't know. Someone's going to spit in the other one's mouth.
You think so?
No, sadly. That'd be the cool thing to do.
To spit in someone's mouth.
Yeah, Kenny's preferably.
Kenny, okay. Did you see the photo now, the updated match card? It used to have Don Callis behind Kenny Omega, and that's gone.
What happened with Don Callis?
Nobody cares.
I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, there you go. You just figured it out. Kenny Omega, Adam Page, they're going to do a contract signing, sure. Okay. Bryanson versus... You ready? Are you ready? Are you excited?
Who's he fighting tonight? Why is he fighting tonight? Why can't he take a week off?
He's got Rocky Romero with Orange Cassidy for some reason, which I love. There's a history with Romero and Cassidy, but like it's a new. They're calling Rocky Romero like the New Japan guy, and Orange Cassidy is very much not a New Japan guy. It's just there's a very strange like Orange Cassidy's here. I assume it's going to turn into Miro doing something. I don't know. It's very weird. Either way, Bryanson, Danielson, Americanson, Dragonson taking on Rocky Romero. That'll be a fun match. To be quite frank, that's going to be a good match. Dax Harwood versus Pac. They're just going to beat the shit out of each other.
That's fine.
And then I assume Lucha Bros come out and the other half of FTR come out, and we're going to have a brawl. Cool.
Yep.
6-woman tag around the 9 o'clock mark. Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, Rebel taking on Ty Conchi, Thunder Rosa, Anna Jay. There is not much else to say here. Someone made the allusion to this earlier. It is the butt match.
Butt off.
It's the butt off.
Butt off at Full Gear.
I really wish that there was more to the story for Britt and Ty Conchi right now, because they've got a pay-per-view match in a couple of days, and they got to find a way to make it hot, because they are not doing a great job, in my opinion, of making it hot.
You don't need to make it hot when you got butts.
Stop it.
Hot.
Stop it.
Baseline hot.
Stop it. Hater and Anna Jay have history. Thunder Rose is there for the Britt Baker thing. There are parts that work here, but it's a very random way to get this, this go home match.
Yeah.
Nothing there.
We'll see.
It's because of Trent that Orange Cassidy is in the corner. I guess so. That's kind of, it's a far reach just because Trent's out hurt, right? Very strange.
Again, why can't an injured person be at ringside? I don't understand.
Because then you got to fly him in. Leo Rush and Dante Martin take on Matt Sydal and Lee Moriarty. That's a match I'm looking forward to. I assume it opens up the night. Either that or Bryan Danielson's match opens up the night.
Yeah.
But regardless, I don't know. Dante Martin, is he going to cry in this match? What do you think?
Probably. He's on the verge of tears at all times. So
right before he goes out there, they're going to be like, we're going to play your music. 5, 4, 3, 2. Your favorite restaurant just closed down in your hometown and it burned down. And Dante's going to walk out there and just be like, oh, I used to love ordering from there.
Yeah.
Poor Dante Martin. So that's going to be
bad for Matt Sydal. He's the one taking the pin. 100%.
What if he isn't? What if Lee takes the pin
tonight? It might be Lee tonight, but
Dante pins Lee.
Yeah,
I'm alright with that.
No, I think maybe Leo gets the pin.
It is his debut match for AEW. Officially, he was in the Casino Battle Royal, whatever. But that'd be fun. I would do it. Yeah, Tony Schiavone will tell him his cat died. In 3, 2, your cat's dead. Oh. Poor Tony. Poor Dante. Anyway, that's Dynamite. Let's talk about Full Gear. This is why everyone's here, I think, right? Is this why you're here?
That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here. All right, it's this Saturday in Minneapolis. Tim, if you wanted to hop on a plane and go to that show, the ticket right now to get there via airplane is like $700 return. You want to go?
That's how much it costs for me to go to where I'm from. So
let's do it. Oh, apparently there's an Inner Circle interview segment tonight because of course there is.
Oh, good. We'll get to hear them all poorly talk at each other.
You think they'll make another sex joke?
Yeah.
Poor sex.
Jake Hager will say something completely out of left field and not relevant at all.
Someone should just ask him where he was on January 6th. So anyway, we have a show. Full Gear is this weekend. Let's start from the bottom and we'll work our way up to the top. For some reason, because this is the latest match, if this is the opener, I think I'm all for it. In a Falls Count Anywhere match, it is 3-on-3. Christian Cage, Jurassic Express, Team of Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus. They take on the Super Click, Adam Cole, Baby, and the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson. What do we want? What do we want from this match? What do we expect from this match?
One, tremendous decision to add the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation here.
Agreed.
And I thought it was a good move doing the little beatdown with it outside the ring. Just lead into that because this did not have enough going for it to make me really care. There is enough history to put together a package, but I don't want to see this in ring because I feel like I've seen these guys wrestle 1,000 times together, right? Yeah. Stoked. Who's gonna win? Super Click.
The fans. Yeah, you think so?
Oh yeah. I think the Bucks and the Bucks need the win, and Adam Cole is on the rise. He's got to be strong here. So
I think I might agree with you with Super Click, and I think Adam Cole pins Christian.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is the big Adam Cole standout moment, right? You got to get him into the upper card as the guy he is. So
because the only other way you can run it, well, I mean, you can run it in other ways. You can get Jungle Boy the win, but they're not pulling the trigger on Jungle Boy yet. His big statement win would be Jungle Boy pinning Adam Cole. Probably not where we want.
I think we're gonna keep workshopping Jungle Boy a little more. He still needs a little refinement in terms of the cut and promos game. So him versus Christian at some point is down the road.
Oh no, this is what you do. You have Adam Cole pin Christian Cage. You have Christian Cage being all frustrated with himself after the match. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus go to console him, and Christian Cage gets frustrated and beats the shit out of Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. Or Luchasaurus is already out of the match. He's been taken out by the Young Bucks up the ramp or whatever. And then Jungle Boy gets the shit kicked out of him by Christian Cage, who had just lost the match for his team.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where I think that's going. I think it's going to be Jungle Boy versus Christian next.
Yeah, Ma Dan agrees with us. Jungle Boy's big win is when Christian turns.
Exactly, yeah.
Just added as of Friday, CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston. There's a video floating around of Eddie Kingston giving a pretty good promo about forgiveness and when he's ready to let CM Punk do his thing again. It's a good promo. I don't think it's the best of all time, as some people are saying, but good promo. This is going to be a fun match to watch. Going to be very different from other CM Punk matches, which I like. Mm-hmm. Do you have a favorite? Do you think there's a heel and a face going into this match? What are you thinking?
I think the fans might be behind Eddie more. And I think the right move here is to have Eddie win. And that's the turning point for both of them. We can elevate Eddie a little bit more. And CM Punk gets a fire lit under his ass, right? Because he's been kind of cruising to victory so far. So
it's an interesting idea. I don't agree with it, but I see where you're coming from with it. No, it's
yeah.
Hey, listen, that's what it is. It's wrestling. I think Punk wins. I think it's a very brutal match, a lot of chops, a lot of them going nuts on each other, and I think a lot of split crowd. There's going to be a lot of people chanting for Punk and Eddie Kingston. I see people in the chat saying Eddie's going to win. Eddie's the kind of guy who loses a match and loses absolutely nothing from losing.
I mean, he loses all the time.
In fact, he's been gaining from losing, which is kind of amazing. But I think we're still trying to build Punk. He's not getting his first loss yet.
I don't know. This could make him a more serious competitor because right now he's just being a dork, coming out talking to the fans every night, doing his mediocre commentary.
He's not getting booed yet, though. Like
no, there's no sick of it. No, I expect a lot of both these guys.
That's exactly it. That's what we're gonna get. And by the way, this Full Gear show, I got to give it to them. This feels more like a season finale of a show than anything else. Like we're not expecting these huge, big return, maybe not returns, but like big debuts. We're not expecting these huge moments. We're expecting the moments being who wins in a match, not what happens after.
Pay-per-views.
Got to give it to them.
So rare nowadays.
For the AEW World Tag Team titles, you've got the Lucha Brothers, the champions, presumably with Alex Abrahantes, taking on the team of FTR, and Tully Blanchard will be there. My first question to you is, how quickly do the AAA Tag Team titles get thrown into the mix? Not as up for grabs, but as props to be hit with.
I don't think this match is going to last all that long.
No.
Maybe 10 minutes max, which is not short, but like, yeah. I don't know. I don't think this is a big feature point, so I expect those titles to make an appearance at least midway, maybe 5 to 6 minute mark.
I assume they're going to be used. I assume someone's going to get knocked out with it, but it won't be the end of the match. I think the match will go a little bit longer than that.
Yeah,
I think we'll get closer to 20 minutes. Who do you think wins?
Lucha.
Yeah, they retain.
Yeah,
fine by me. I agree with you. Lucha Brothers for the win. In a Minneapolis street fight where I swear to God, if it's part of this doesn't happen at the Mall of America, I will never talk about AEW again on this program. That's a lie. The team of the Inner Circle, Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara do the thing.
Sammy Guevara. I didn't even do it. I don't care.
That's fine. And then Santana and Ortiz. Thank you, Jake Roberts. Jake, what's his name? Justin Roberts. They take on the team of Men of the Year, Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky, and America's Most Wanted. America Top Team, Junior Dos Santos, Andre Arlovsky, and one Daniel Lambert.
Yes. Please tell me, like I said, I think this should be filmed. And you mentioned it leading to the ring for the finish. Sure. Yep. But this should be filmed for the better part of it.
Give me a walk and brawl. Why not?
Yeah. I think this could be a fun one like that. You know, AEW has proven very good at those. So
who wins?
Top team. For the love of God, like the Men of the Year need this win. Yeah.
You think I got the Inner Circle winning.
Oh, they might win it because Jericho's a douche.
The only thing I can
the only one who matters, the only one who matters right now in Inner Circle is Sammy Guevara, who got his win. Proud and Powerful will continue to be nothing as long as they're part of this awful team. Like,
so JJ, I know, like JJ is, I think he's being serious because I am too. When I say it'll be a shiesty finish, that's going to involve Jericho and Lambert, and it's going to be either Jericho taps out Lambert in the walls, or Jericho gets blasted, knocked out by, say, Jorge Masvidal again by the knee, and Lambert pins him. It's either going to be the heat or it's going to be the end of the ATT story.
I would
Paige Van Zant's another one who could get involved because Jericho has been a dick to her. That's right. So, like,
I assume she kicks him in the balls or something.
Yeah,
and based. There'll be testicles involved.
Absolutely. Let Lambert get the roll-up victory. People lose their shit. But yeah, it really is. I think it's Lambert pins Jericho. I think so.
Oh yeah. So you've come around.
Well, again, there's only like it's going to be one or the other. There's no in between. It's either Lambert pins Jericho for the heat or Jericho pins Lambert for the cheers. But
I
like,
think
what does that do for Chris Jericho at that point?
Well, I don't think Chris Jericho needs anything done for him. I think the people who need this the most are Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page.
No, I agree, and I hope that they have a very good showing at the Mall of America where this match better happen, or I'll never talk about AEW again. The World Eliminator Tournament Finals tossed into
the tournament,
tossed into complete chaos as John Moxley
bracket.
removes himself from the pool. The Americanson, Dragonson, Bryanson Danielson takes on Miro, who qualified by defeating Orange Cassidy this past week. Sure, okay. Now I don't know what the hell to think.
I mean, you got to believe Miro wins. Poor Daniel Bryan has been wrestling nonstop. Won't take a break.
Loss?
Like, I don't know. Miro's rested. He hasn't been wrestling randoms every week for no goddamn reason.
That's true. You can play that into the story that Bryanson got.
He's pushing himself too hard.
Yeah, I got a little too heavy on it.
He wasn't serious enough for a competitor like Miro.
But the problem is, if the story here is that Miro's God told him to go after the world title, what happens when Miro doesn't win the world title? Because clearly MJF is going to win the world title at the first Dynamite happening in Virginia, where he rolls up Adam Page and wins the world championship. Thank you, Louis Dangor.
I think you can have a Miro Hangman program run like a little bit, like 2-3 matches. So like, just, Miro doesn't, he stays persistent after the first loss and continues to lose, but it's fine. He'll still be strong because he'll be squashing guys left and right. He's a big, scary man. So, and then, he can wrestle God at the end.
I mean, it's a future world championship match. Do you run that, say, New Year's Eve? Because they're going to be at Daly's Place, and that's a show that they're going to need to pull up, big numbers for. I don't know. You've got Miro and Page maybe at Revolution in February.
Yeah.
Do you wait all that time?
I think you could build it. Nothing comes right to mind about how to delay that or what to do with Miro's character for that, but there's ways.
I'm just trying to figure out how it works. But I mean, so you're saying Miro wins. I think I'm going to say Danielson.
This could go either way. That's not strong confidence in Miro.
And again, everything got tossed in because Miro got tossed in at the last second to join this match.
Oh, true. So that seems very likely that
it's tough. It's tough. So I'm going to say Danielson just to see, because he's undefeated, just like Punk. Maybe this is the show where one of them takes the L, and that would be Bryan Danielson over Punk losing a match, in my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah, they did Kenny Omega shot a Winter is Coming, and that's when the title switched hands. So I could see it again. They're good at putting it at a special Dynamite instead of waiting for pay-per-views, because their pay-per-views are so far
spread out. Yeah.
Oh, you could do it in January at the TBS special, at the Battle of the Belts.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Miro wins back the TNT title, and then have a TNT title match, Miro versus Page. I don't think they'll do that. No, because they're moving Miro past the TNT title, I think.
Yeah.
I'll see. I'm going to take a look, but I could be Danielson's first L. Who knows? For the women's championship, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, takes on Tai Conchi. I mean, Britt loses, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah. There's not much to say about this one.
If this match goes longer than 10 minutes, I will also be surprised.
How many words has Taikanchi said in the build up to this? Like, I don't recall many verbal promos. So
she never likes to talk much, and I understand she's very self-conscious about her promo. She's
fine, but you
got to have someone to talk for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Britt's winning. That's it. If they shock me and give me Tai Conchi winning the title, I'll be very, very surprised and very confused.
Very confused, because that's just an odd business choice at this point.
They haven't announced it yet, but I figure they're going to do Thunder Rosa and Jade Cargill in the TBS championship round. I think that's in there. And there was, if you look at the notebook, that was on TK's notebook as a squash match. So maybe they'll do that at the buy-in. I could see that happening. They haven't announced it yet, but we'll see. And then the main event, the match that everyone is waiting for and excited about, Kenny Omega, the AEW World Champion, puts on his title and goes out to face Hangman Adam Page. That title is on the line. Again, this is a match so far in the making. You gotta hope it comes to a logical conclusion here.
Yeah, this is the coronation of Hangman Adam Page. It didn't, in the end, play out quite how I was hoping it would. Like, I think that it could have been built a little bit better. The distractions in between, I think, minimize how good this is going to feel for me. But I think it'll still be good. It'd be a nice moment.
Yeah, 2 years all leading to this, is Mod Dan is saying, and it's true. It's a match that's been around, so we've been waiting for it. It's going to happen. I agree with you. Hangman Page gets the win, new world champion, and then of course he loses the match. The next time he's in the ring, roll up MJF wins. Oh, we didn't talk about Darby Allin versus MJF. That got lost.
Oh yeah, that did get lost.
It's in my notes here, and it was because this much about the tag titles and this much about Darby Allin and MJF. Allin and MJF, who wins the match? I'm going to say MJF.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you, because if we're going to get, MJF's got to start building up, and this is a big guy to go over.
Yeah, I think it's MJF, and it's going to lead us closer to Punk versus MJF.
Yeah,
and let that be Punk's first loss to me.
Yeah, that would be better. I think you're right.
And then build MJF to Adam Page. I think that's where I'm going with it.
Yeah.
All right. I think we just booked the territory. I think we just booked Full Gear. It's this Saturday. We'll be watching it live at twitch.tv/FightfulGaming. Maybe Tim will be there. We'll find out soon enough.
If enough people subscribe, I will be.
You can subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Toss a thumbs up on this video. Share it around with your friends, with your family. Be like, watch this thing now. It's fun. They talk about wrestling, and it's
fun. Damn it.
Fun. It's what they do. Tim, tell them where they can find you on the internet.
They can find me at TimStoneP, TimbStonep on Twitter. God, I got to pee.
Wonderful. That's what the P in Tim Stone P stands for.
Yeah.
The show is Tim and Joel Pod. Go to timandjoelpod.com. We'll be back on Sunday to talk about what we did and didn't get right on Full Gear. And I'm sure we'll talk about Dynamite and Rampage and Smackdown and all that stuff. We'll come and hang out noon Eastern Sunday. We're also here Wednesdays, noon Eastern. Come and join us anytime. Ladies, gentlemen, friends beyond the binary, I am at Joel Pearl, JoelPearl. We will see you on Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Cheers.